Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Scher, and that's Robert Harding. This is the Citizen Sports Weekly for September 4th, 2014. Kickoff edition of the NFL. Yeah!
He's excited.
I didn't say yabba dabba do though.
Looking forward to another Dolphins losing season.
Oh, the Bills fan throwing stones in his glass house. Come on, man.
What did I tell you before this?
Are we going to wager who
7-9
for the Bills?
That's my Bills prediction.
Wow, you're Mr. Optimist, aren't you?
Oh, there it is.
All right, I'm going 9-7. So there you go.
We've equaled the zingers.
I know. So. This video is a two-parter in one video. We're not going to waste your time trying to click on another video. We're going to do everything in one video, so we're going to keep it rolling here. First part of the video is going to be our forecast for the season, who we think is going to make the playoffs and the conference championship games, and of course the Super Bowl. And then we're going to do our pick six, which we do every week. We did it last year. I think we had some fun with it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we're going to do it again. So with that being said, we are going to get into our season forecast. I guess we'll start off with the AFC East.
Sure.
Since that is the division that both our favorite teams reside in. And in case you can't tell, I'm a Dolphins fan. He's a Bills fan. Lots of fun around the office here at the Citizen. So that being said, only one team is going to make the playoffs from the AFC East. Take a guess who it is. Yeah, it's
the Jets.
It's the Patriots. I know, the Patriots. I know. I have the Patriots going 12-4.
11-5. That's
Yep,
we agree there.
And I've got Buffalo going 7-9, and I've got Miami going 9-7. We'll just throw that in there. So I think we're both kind of similar to that.
You were generous to the Bills.
AFC South. This may be the weakest division in football, and it's an easy one. The Colts. I'm going 12-4. Very, very easy. Do you want to chime in with yours, or do you want to wait till I'm done with mine, then you go into yours?
No.
All right.
All right. I have the Colts going 10-6, winning that division too. A few weak teams in that one, so they should cruise to the title.
AFC North, I've got the Bengals going 10-6, winning the division. My buddy Frank Berwinzak, the Bengals fan, will be happy about that. I just think that they've got the, good quarterback play, good defense. They won the division last year. I think this is a team that they get on the verge of having that great season, and they just always fold in the playoffs. I think this year they make the playoffs, and I think they even go a little further. And then I have Baltimore getting one of the wild cards at 9-7. So that should be an interesting division. I think that's a very competitive division between Cleveland. Cleveland, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I have Baltimore and Cincinnati making the playoffs as well. I have the Ravens winning the division. I think it's going to be a bounce back year for them. I think the Bengals get in again. I mean, this team has been consistent over the past few seasons, and hopefully they can actually win a playoff game for once this year. They had a chance last year against the Chargers at home and missed out. But Baltimore and Cincy out of that division for me too. Okay.
AFC West, I have Denver winning that division quite easily, and then I have San Diego going 9-7 and getting the last wild card.
I have Denver winning as well. I have Denver actually the number one seed coming out of the AFC.
As do I too. 13 and I'm going 13-3.
I'm going 12-4, but I have the Chiefs making it. I think the Chiefs showed last year with Alex Smith, Jamal Charles, solid defense that they have the pieces there to be a consistent playoff team. I don't think they can go deep with the team that they have, but I think they can get in again this year.
Okay. Do you want to go into our conference picks for the or do you want to wait till we do the
let's do the AFC playoff pick.
AFC Championship game, I'm not going to get into the first round. I'm just going to say this is the title game. It's going to be Indy versus Denver. Okay, we're going to have Peyton Manning, and I just can't help but think that this guy wants to avenge last season's disappointment in the Super Bowl. And I just think that he's gonna get it done again this year, and they're gonna win the AFC Championship for a second year in a row.
I have the Broncos and Patriots advancing to the AFC title game, and the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
Their defense is better. I'll say that their defense should be better, and as long as Tom Brady's upright, they're going to have the best offense.
I think one of the keys for New England is that they've brought in some wideouts. I think there was a lack of weapons for Brady last year. He managed. Having Gronk back certainly will help.
If he can stay healthy.
As long as Gronk stays healthy. Yeah. I thought letting LeGarrette Blount go after the year he had last year, those last couple games was peculiar.
Is the Patriots' running game really worth anything when you think about it? You got Tom Brady.
You put up 200 yards in a game.
Let's put it this way. How many running backs can you name from the Dan Marino years of the Dolphins?
Bernie Parmalee.
There's one. I can name a few more, but realistically, it's like your appendix. You really don't need it, okay?
Oh.
So, we'll go to the NFC. NFC East, I have the Eagles going 11-5 and winning that division over a bunch of schlubs. Cowboys, Eagles, and Redskins are all going to be grouped around 6, 7, 8 wins. So I have the Eagles.
I have the Eagles going too. I actually have the Cowboys and Eagles finishing in a tie, but the Eagles winning the tiebreaker to win the division and get the only playoff spot from the NFC East.
Yep.
I think the Eagles showed last year that, they're a pretty good team. Mm-hmm. I think they're getting back there again this year.
NFC South, I have New Orleans going 12-4, and I'll tell you, Atlanta and Carolina, I mean, these are two good football teams, and I don't think either of them are going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to win about 9 games each, but they're not going to make the playoffs. The NFC is so competitive right now, so.
Yeah, I have the Saints going 11-5, and the Panthers going 10-6, but the Panthers not making it. And we'll get into that. It's a little bit of foreshadowing for one of the other divisions, but the Saints being the only one out of this one to make it too.
Yep. NFC North, I have Green Bay going 12-4, winning that division. I have the Bears winning 10 games, but not making the playoffs. It's this you'll see. This is really tricky, but I just like Green Bay. Chicago's got a good team. They're going to win a lot of games, and I think they're just going to get edged out at the end there.
Yeah. I have the Packers going 12-4 as well. Making them one of the top seeds in the NFC. I have the Bears winning 9, but not getting in. Obviously, their offense is great, but their defense, it seems, there's a lot of questions there. And they have some good players, but I guess I'll be able to see, Sunday, what shape the defense is in this year.
Yes, you will.
Are they much better than they were last year?
And finally, the NFC West, I have Seattle going 13-3. I mean, that's the toughest division in football by far. And I have San Francisco going 11-5, getting a wild card, and I have Arizona going 10-6, and this time getting a wild card because last year they went 10-6 and they did not get a wild card. So both wild cards are going to come out of the West. I mean, it's just such a crazy division. I will say this though, San Francisco, it seems like there's some internal strife on that team. The front office, the coaches, it just seems like there's something going on there. They didn't have a good preseason. There's been a lot of stuff, off-field stuff and everything. I think if the Niners can put that stuff aside, and I think Kaepernick is the guy to help them do that, then I think that 11-5 I predicted for them is very plausible. If they don't, I think this team could really slump and maybe go 8-8. And if that happens, then maybe the Bears might be able to sneak in. But I like Arizona to get one of those wild cards, and obviously Seattle's the best team in football. Nothing's changed about that.
Yeah, I just love this division.
I
have the Seahawks and Niners going 12-4, and the Cardinals going 10-6 and getting in. All three of these teams will get in. They're all just so talented. I mean, the Cardinals have a great defense. The Niners have a great defense. The Seahawks have a great defense, and they all have solid offensive players. Right up and down the board. So, really with these three teams, you can't go wrong. It's going to be fun to watch the NFC West this year.
Now our picks for the conference championship, I have New Orleans at Green Bay. That is going to be fun, and I think because of the frozen tundra, I hate saying that, such a cliche, but I'm going to say that anyways. But frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, Green Bay will beat New Orleans for the NFC title, and for the Super Bowl, we will have Green Bay and Denver. Call me crazy. I think Green Bay, every couple of years, they do it.
Wow.
And, Rodgers, and I'll tell you, man, I just got a feeling about Green Bay this year. It's going to be Green Bay, Denver.
I hear Monfiletta out there cheering.
Our coworker Jonathan is going to be celebrating. I think he'll be buying me coffee this week. So I like Green Bay to win the Super Bowl over the Denver Broncos.
I have in the NFC. I have the Seahawks and the Packers.
Okay.
Much like you, I like the Packers. Chances to advance to the NFC title game. However, I have the Seahawks going back to the Super Bowl. And guess who? Guess what, folks? The Seahawks are going to repeat.
Ooh, but nobody repeats.
Nobody repeats. But this is a different team.
Really?
I tell you, the Seahawks, looking through these teams up and down, 1 through 32, I don't see a team that can beat them. I just can't.
Somebody's going to beat them. Somebody's going to beat them. Look, they're going to go 8-0 at home. Okay, I give you that. But I think they're going to, like I said, I've got them winning 13 games, so they're going to go 5-3 on the road. And, I think they'll lose in the playoffs. I mean, the game could be in Green Bay. The game could be in New Orleans. I agree with you. If they get home field advantage for the whole thing, then it's going to be tough. But, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 2 keys for this team. If the defense plays like they did last year, it's Super Bowl or bust, really.
Right.
I mean, the way that they manhandled Peyton Manning and just outsmarted that guy. I mean, no one saw that coming.
We did.
Phenomenal. Well, we did.
We both picked
Yeah.
Seattle to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And excuse me, you pick 'em challenge winner right here, folks, because I picked Seattle to win the Super Bowl. And with picks, talking about picks, let's get into our pick six segment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Quick transition here. So our first game of week one, we're not going to do the Thursday night game, but as great a game as it is, but we're going to do Cincinnati at Baltimore. And
AFC North battle.
North battle, and I just want to double check my predictions here.
Chris does it by the book,
Okay.
folks.
Okay. I have Baltimore winning.
Oh,
I just think that first game of the season, Baltimore, their great defense, playing at home, fans going to be fired up. I think they'll get in Dalton's face, put some pressure on him, and I like Baltimore. And Joe Flacco's still a good quarterback too. And even though they don't have Ray Rice, I like Baltimore to win this game.
I'm taking Cincy on the road.
Ooh.
Even though I have the Ravens eventually winning
Right.
This division, I just like the Bengals coming out on the road after the bad end of their season last year, coming out and really making a statement here in a road game, division road game. I'll take the Bengals by a field goal in this one.
Okay. Our next game is Robert's Buffalo Bills at the Chicago Bears, the Monsters of the Midway.
That's right.
I like the Bears. I mean, they're just clearly a superior team to the Bills, and playing at home. I mean, I hate to say it, Robert, but it's going to be a rout. I think Chicago's going to win by at least 2 touchdowns.
Wow. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm still picking the Bears.
All right. Well, I can't accuse you of being a blind fan there, so that's good. So.
I just see, I think the difference in this game will be Alshon Jeffrey and Brandon Marshall versus the Bills secondary. The Bills secondary, there's some bright spots there, but I don't think on the outside they have the talent to really stay with these two guys.
But they do have the pass rush, though. I mean, if they do get the pass rush.
Yeah.
Maybe
if they can bug Cutler enough, it could be a different story.
The next game is the New England Patriots at my Miami Dolphins, and I'm picking Miami. And I know you got to be thinking, like, is he crazy?
The Sciria jinx.
But let's put it. There's a couple things here. There's a couple things real quick. Number one, Miami did beat New England at home last year, so they know how. And they usually give Tom Brady fits. Okay.
That's true.
Miami has a new offense. Former Cornell quarterback Bill Lazor is the offensive coordinator. I like what this guy is doing. I think the Dolphins are going to come out and they're going to run circles around the Patriots. And the heat and humidity, it is going to be really hot and humid down there. And I've been to a Miami game, a 1 o'clock start in September, and I'm telling you, man, you don't know what heat is until you're down there, folks. It is hot. I mean, you're sweating in places you didn't know that could sweat, okay? So I like Miami in this game. I just think that this is a team that they feel that they had a letdown at the end of the year. They lost those last 2 games to the Bills and the Jets, unfinished business. I think they're going to be motivated. They know that if they're going to make the playoffs, they have to win this game. It's a home game. It's a 1 o'clock game in Florida. They got to win it. I think they're going to win it.
Patriots by a field goal.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. I don't blame you. Look, I understand that.
I don't want to jinx your team, Chris.
No, I don't blame. Hey, look, don't blame you. Our next game is one of the Monday night games, and that is the Giants at Detroit. This is kind of one of those funny games. The Giants went undefeated in the preseason, but their offense did not look too good. The Lions have a new coach, Caldwell there, a former Colts coach. You don't know what to expect from them, but they're a good home team. I think Matthew Stafford's still a good veteran quarterback. If he doesn't turn over the football, and God knows their defense is good enough too. I like the Lions in this game to win.
I'm taking the Giants.
Ooh,
on the road. I think the Giants' offense, this kind of revamped offense that they have, this will be kind of really the first time that they get to bring out the total package. They've had their struggles in the preseason, but they haven't shown much of anything. I mean, they haven't really dipped too far in the playbook here. So, I think giving Eli Manning some shots down the field. I think the keys in this, Rashad Jennings and Andre Williams, the 2 new running backs they have. I think that'll be big for the Giants this year, and I think they win this game. Okay.
Our next game is San Diego at Arizona. I like Arizona. Like I said, I think the Cardinals, again, a team with unfinished business, felt they didn't get into the playoffs when they should have. San Diego's a very good team. I'm making the playoffs. This is a great football game. Definitely one worth watching on Monday night late. And I like the Cardinals. Home field, I think, helps out, and I just think they're a better team than San Diego, and I like the Cardinals in this game.
Two words, Andre Ellington. This guy, I think he'll do great things for Arizona this year.
Okay.
I think Arizona wins this one.
Mr. Fantasy here is, got his picks here. Our last game of the night, and this is, I think, again, it could be a preview of the AFC Championship game. Indianapolis at Denver. You think Denver's going to lose a season opener at Mile High or Invesco Field or whatever they call it? I mean, it's going to be a close game. I've got Denver winning 30-27. Again, this is our You Pick 'em challenge. Highlight game, tiebreaker game, and you have to pick the score. I have Denver winning 30-27. Andrew Luck, I mean, look, this kid is a star, no doubt about it. But Peyton Manning still getting it done. 17th year in the league, unbelievable. He's still playing that well at that age, and I just think they get it done, and I like Denver in this game by a field goal.
I have the Broncos winning in a close one too. I mean, how can you pick against Denver in Mile High in a season opener? But I think this will be a good game. I think I think Indianapolis will come out and really show people something. I mean, this team really impressed in the playoffs last year, I thought, and they get a chance to get a big game, prime time game to open the season, and really show people what they're made of. So even if they can get into a dogfight with Denver and, they come out on the short end, but, I think they'll make a statement in this one.
Okay. That's it, folks. Enjoy week 1 of the NFL. I love opening week. It's just so much fun. It's just I can hardly wait. Sunday's going to be a blast. So, anyways, enjoy the games, and please share the video links with your friends, and we'll see you next week.